Hello, friends. Today I have a self help, self improvement, motivational book for you, and it is The Achievement Habit by Bernard Roth and first written in 2015. And it says, stop wishing, start doing, and take command of your life. So, I'm going to start by giving you the three takeaways from this book uh, that you should be aware of, that will help you decide if you want to pick this book up for reading or not. And also, once you've read it, what is it most importantly that you will get out of this book? And in the end, I will give you my rating for this book. So, the number one key takeaway is solving problems. Life is nothing but solving one problem after another, right? In our professions, the jobs that we do, we get paid to solve problems. And therefore, we need to change our perspective towards solving problems. And the author, Bernard Roth, who, by the way, is a professor at Stanford, retired, looks at solving problems from all angles and gives suggestions on how to approach a problem. The most important technique that I liked was that you need to ask yourself what this problem that I'm solving is going to do for me. And the author gives an example wherein one of his students, he needs to fix the bed because it's broken. And obviously there's a lot of repairs, tools, a trip to the hardware store to do all that, right? But when the student asks himself, why am I doing this? What is it going to do for me? Is that he will be able to sleep better. And after weeks of analyzing, thinking over it, he just goes and buys a new bed. And I loved it. I mean, it's a simple example, but it really does tell you how you need to think of problems in a different way, how to, go about solving them from all possible options, using all possible options. And the key question is, what is it going to resolve for me? For example, let's say I want to get married. Okay, why do I want to get married? Because I'm lonely. So marriage is not the goal. The goal is to remove this loneliness, right? So the option could be that I join a club, I join some community of people who think uh, the way I think, or who are interested in doing things that I do, maybe sports, maybe music, right? So again, uh, the number one takeaway and a key feature from this book is learning to solve problems in a different way, looking at them from all possible angles. The number two feature is do not try. We learn by doing, right? Uh, there's no point thinking over things if you're not going to do anything, if you're not going to take action. And no amount of analysis paralysis is going to lead to anything unless we take that first step. We learn by doing. We might fail when we take that action, but in failing we learn and we come back doing better. So, and this is where a lot of us get stuck. We try and acquire all the knowledge that we can from self-help books like these and from all walks of life, but we fail to implement that knowledge. Why? Because we're not taking action on it. So the author Bernard Roth really emphasizes on the importance of taking action. And this is out of the book, but I've read the Bhagavad Gita, right? And in that, Krishna talked about taking action, karma. The whole Hindu scripture is based on karma, taking action. And yes, of course, do not try kind of reminds you of Yoda from Star Wars. Do or not do, there is no try. But again, the focus comes back to taking action. Uh, there may be so many situations in our lives, so many things we want to do that we keep thinking about, problems that we want to solve, goals that we want to achieve. But all that is going to remain in the distance unless we take that first step. And that first step is going to lead to another and another and another. It's like a journey of 1,000 miles. Start with one step. So again, the number 2 feature, do not try. Take action. The third and my favorite key takeaway from this book, and this is in the words of Bernard Roth, and I quote, life is an adventure. I mean, a genius like him kind of sums it all up by saying that there isn't a perfect recipe or these linear steps that we take that we will be successful. There is this element of surprise. There is this element of universe coming in its own, life happening, right? And the key takeaway for us is that we approach it all with a sense of adventure. In the sense that it's leading towards us saying yes to opportunities. I mean, we've all had, we've all experienced situations wherein we didn't want to do something, but for God knows what reason, we said yes to it, and then it turned out to be really great. And if we look back on our lives, where we started and where we are at now, a lot of this unknown surprises or the paths we took that we were not ready to take have led us here, right? So it is extremely important to live with a sense of adventure. Everything is not going to go right all the time. Sometimes things will go wrong, and that's what happens in an adventure, right? But you dust it off and you move on and you take the next steps. And that, the third feature, life is an adventure, is the most important key takeaway for me from this book. And lastly, it's time to give you my rating for this book. And my rating is 6 out of 10. Yes, it is an enjoyable read with very practical examples and learnings. And I do recommend that you pick it up, but don't expect to solve all your problems. It's gonna give you a few tools that you can apply that will make your life a little better. So, guys, that was my spiel. Uh, until next time, happy reading.